We do have probably about 20-25 different species and primary hybrids. Primary hybrids are basically crosses between two species, or sometimes three species in the breeding,
And
but they're
we have, I think, only two only we have no fully double
no, not
old-fashioned
anymore.
peonies. We don't have sun enough for the old-fashioned
Garden peony or the
lactiflora.
peony lactiflora hybrids. We don't have the sun. We used to have several in here, but they just declined over the years because there's not enough sun.
Whereas the most of the species peonies, except for lactiflora, are native to deciduous woodland. So they do their thing early in the spring, and then they're gone. But they have great foliage. My favorite thing about the species, aside from the flowers being glorious, although they only last for a few days this year because of the heat, they were kind of here today, gone tomorrow. But they're beautiful coming out of the ground. The foliage, some of it's red when it comes out of the ground. It's just beautiful. And then the flowers first are gorgeous, and then the seed heads are, because there's species and they're fertile. They get seeds, and every species has a different seed head. So you get these little gesture caps like that. You get furry ones. You get shiny ones, and then when they're ripe, the seed pod cracks open, and the fertile seeds are glossy navy blue black, and the infertile seeds that didn't get fertilized are bright red. So you've got this sort of 3 seasons of beauty from a plant. Otherwise, you would have flowers for 5 days, and then that's it.
That's the nice thing about them. Because they are single flowered forms, they don't have the heavy heads on them to droop over. Sometimes they'll get a little bit more lax as the season goes on, and that's just their behavior because they're going to get ready to disperse the seed as far away from the plant as possible. But they definitely stay quite strong upright. And the other thing we love about them is the foliage. They vary so much in foliage. You've got a plant like this, and then you've got this beautiful rounded leaf, a little bit glaucous texture or color to it, and then you get back here to some fine leaf ones. So this is a hybrid nosegay. It was developed by Saunders, who was a major plant breeder, and he was using peony veitchii, I think it is, or anomala, which has fine foliage. But you just get these wonderful textures of foliage all summer long. So it's another aspect of our desire for contrasting foliage. So here we've got this peony, we've got a viburnum, a species called Bituensis, which had flowers on it earlier, very fragrant. And again, the contrast of foliage, rounded, felty foliage with the smooth green foliage, finely cut. And then you get down to Peony Athena, which actually has shiny, glossy foliage.
Yeah. Hepatica is my favorite plant in the whole wide world.
Yep.
And we've got mostly Transylvanica and Nobilis. We've
Europe.
tried European Nobilis. We've tried the Japanese forms, and they seem to like acidic soil and just don't do well for us here. Plus, they're really expensive. But all of the Nobilis and European Nobilis and the Transylvanicas in particular, and the hybrids, they're all really good for us.
Yeah. And hepaticas are wonderful because they start blooming around the 1st of April in our garden. And we'll have our first few flowers, and that for us, that says spring is here. I definitely am a strong believer in foliage textures. And here we've got more peonies, slightly different colors of foliage, different textures.